Hello everybody, the Great Dino Ranger here again, back with another video. Today we have the long-awaited collection video I've been meaning to do for many months now, and it's finally here. This is something I've been wanting to do last summer specifically, but I've been having to put it off through many other days after that, and I'm finally able to do it now, and I'm super excited to do this long-awaited collection video because I haven't done one since 2023. And there's a lot of differences in this collection. First of all, this whole collection video is going to be a bit different. We're going to be focusing on just things I have displayed on shelves. So basically everything I have that I collect on shelves, not going to be every single figure I have because there are tons that are not on display. So it's just going to be everything I have on display. And I'm super excited to take a closer look at my whole collection and show you guys. In addition, for a little warning, if you guys happen to see any dust on my shelves, it's really hard to dust all the time when you're a collector, so just bear with me on that. But starting off, we're going to take a look at my model collection, and well, my first grouping here is Safari. So I collect a lot of these model figures, and as you guys know, I've done a lot of reviews of these, especially some of the newer ones recently. So here's the top of it. This is all Safari stuff right now. As you can see, all of these awesome Safari figures that I've arranged. You can see here on the side is the cute little Estimatosuchus, a really cool one actually. And you can see a bunch of the other ones that are new, like the Stegoros down there, the Majungasaurus and the Ostroraptor, really cool. The really awesome Nanotyrannus. And then you got the awesome T-Rex and Microraptor back there. Really cool stuff. Got the Baryonyx, Cryolophosaurus, and we got some of the newer ones that you saw in my last reviews, the Spinosaurus and the Nanuqsaurus, and then the gorgeous Megalosaurus and the very awesome Therizinosaurus. I love that figure. Dimetrodon back there, the Kentrosaurus, the Anzu, the awesome Utahraptor. You can see some other ones here, the Stegosaurus, Allosaurus, Nasutoceratops, and then the Sarcosuchus right there. And you can see the little Carnotaurus peeking its head out from the side. A lot of cool stuff. I mainly keep all my better Safari ones on the top shelf. Next shelf is more Safari things. We got some sauropods back here, the Amargasaurus, the Giraffatitan, or is it Patagotitan? One of those two, I always forgot. The Saltosaurus, the Maloisaurus, Camarasaurus, and then the really long Diplodocus, really great figure. And you can see some of the pterosaurs back there. Get the cool Oviraptor, the Velociraptor, Archaeopteryx, the really cool Moshikosaurus back there, Eutyrannus, got the Deinonychus and the Psittapati. You see the Quetzalcoatlus back there, Suchomimus, the Deinocheirus, you got the Tapejara sitting on top of all of those Ceratopsians. You got the Sauropelta and the Gripposaurus right back there, Iguanodon, Shunosaurus, and the really awesome Safari Stygimoloch, along with the other Pachycephalosaurs. Next shelf, still Safari stuff. There's tons. We got the Pteranodon back there. Then we got some other, kind of crocodilian-looking animals. We got the Postosuchus right there, and the Caprosuchus, the Inostrancevia. Got some other marine reptiles like the awesome Tylosaurus and the Kronosaurus, a really big figure, the Plesiosuchus. We got the Coelacanth and the giant Ammonite back there. You see you got Megalodon, Gastornis, the Ichthyosaurus, the really long Elasmosaurus, Liopleurodon, and we got a bunch of prehistoric mammals. I really hope Safari continues giving us mammals because I really like collecting these. We got the Evolution of Man right there up front. You got the Dioichirus, Arsinotherium, Hyenodon, Platybelodon, I think that's the one. And we got the two cryptids back there, Sasquatch and Mothman. There's a lot of great mammals from Safari. I really hope they continue with these. But I think that's pretty much it for Safari. It pretty much takes up 3 shelves, or at least all the ones that I want to display. There are many that I don't display because I don't have room, obviously. I have to choose the best ones. On this next shelf, we got some kind of various different companies. We got the Rebor Triceratops. Love that figure. Got a couple of PNSO. We got the Corythosaurus and the Lambeosaurus. And then we got the Atopodentatus right there. The Pterababatat Euoplocephalus. A couple of cephalopods from Collectae. And we got a bunch of dino carcasses. I really like these from Collectate. And you got another one from Rebor. I think that's the company. Yeah, Rebor. Really like those. Then a bunch of other Collectate. Got the Basilosaurus, the awesome Zifactinus, the Regulaceratops, those giant Styracosaurus, Metracanthosaurus, Mepisaurus, Edaphosaurus, and the really cool Ceratosuchops right there. Really cool stuff. And then the last shelf here for the models, we got the really cool PNSO Megalodon. I really like this figure a lot. Then we got a lot of beasts of the Mesozoic, mostly Ceratopsians. I haven't gotten any smaller raptors or tyrannosaurs yet. But you got the Medusaceratops and the Utah Ceratops in the back, Chasmosaurus, Nasutoceratops right back there, Cosmoceratops, Diabloceratops, Zuniceratops, lots of Topses. And we got some Papo stuff right here, the Brachiosaurus, very Jurassic Park-like. And we got the really cool Papo Spinosaurus, the newer one from 2019. And then we got some various other ones. I don't have room for all of the cool Papo figures, so I have to figure out what I'm going to do with those. And then you got the other Beast of the Mesozoic, larger scale Pyroraptor. And you got the really cool Pentaceratops right there. So that's pretty much it for the model portion of my collection. A lot of great stuff. It's going to keep on growing as the years go on. And I can't wait to see how my shelf changes throughout the years. And I'll be sure to do another collection video sometime down the line where we will be able to see these changes. So yeah, that's it for the models. Let's go ahead and move on to the next section, which is Mattel. This is the Mattel Jurassic World collection. This one's pretty big. Again, not everything I have is on display. It's just focusing on everything I have on the shelves. We got the really cool banner right there. Up top, we got a lot of T-Rexes. We got the Capture Gear T-Rex, the Dino Tracker T-Rex, the really cool Epic Roaring, one of my favorites, along with the Red Rex. And we got a couple of helicopters. We got the newer one from the Legacy Collection Reimagined set with the ACU pilot, and then the really cool Biosyn vehicle. I would really like to have another vehicle with the Biosyn logo on it. And then next up, I like to sort my dinosaurs in family groups. So first up is Stegosaurs. We got the massive Stegosaurus and a bunch of other smaller Stegosaurus species. Really cool how Mattel does this. It kind of helps educate people about dinosaurs just a little bit, even though some of them may not be entirely accurate. You got the Kentrosaurus back there and the Hesperosaurus, and a bunch of other smaller Stegosaurs. Then we got the startup of my Ceratopsians. These ones bleed onto like two shelves. So we got the massive Triceratops, the baby Hammock Collection one, the really big Pentaceratops, and a couple other trikes from the other lines like the Hammock Collection, the baby ones, Nasutoceratops, the male and the baby. Then we got some other species here, Diabloceratops, Sinoceratops, Regulaceratops, and Pachyrhinosaurus. And then a bunch of smaller species up front like the Protoceratops, Zuniceratops, Chasmosaurus, Avaceratops, Styracosaurus. Got the little Ionosaurus right there in the back, and the Cosmoceratops. Then we move on to Spinosaurs. Really cool. I love collecting these ones as well. Also notice there is no Spinosaurus in this group because there are two great Spinosaurus figures coming out this year, starting June 1st actually, which is really close. And I really can't wait to get those. But here you can see all of the other different Spinosaurs I have, like the Ichthyovenator, Ceratosuchops, two different Baryonyxes, the Suchomimus, Irritator, Siamosaurus. Really cool. I like having my blind Baryonyx up there too. It's really cool. Now we move on to Tyrannosaurs. First we got the massive Hammock Collection T-Rex. Then we got a male T-Rex right here, the Buck from the Lost World. Then we got Sinotyrannus, really cool one. Albertosaurus, that one needs an update, and the Tarbosaurus right back there. We need the Camp Cretaceous one, obviously, the Bistioversor and the Dryptosaurus. And we got some smaller ones like the skull right there, the baby T-Rex. We got Moros Intrepidus, Proceratosaurus, Calescus, Guanlong, and Alioramus. So I'd love to continue growing these Tyrannosaurs. Then we got some other species that don't really have other members as of right now. We got the really gorgeous Hammond Collection Therizinosaurus. I love this figure. Definitely one of the best Hammond collections from Mattel. It's just such an awesome figure. Then we got some other species here. We got the Solorus, the Troodon, Mononychus. You got the Herrerasaurus and Lophostropheus right back there, the Farlowichnus, and the Ornitholestes. And then we got the large Epic Attack, I think that's what's called, Baryonyx. Didn't have any room up top, so I just put it there. And then we got a bunch of compies. I love building my compy hordes. It's just super cool, kind of reminiscent to how they are in the movies. There's just a whole bunch of them, and I hope we get more. So you can't go wrong with more copies. Next up, we got Carcharodontosaurs. We got the massive and beautiful Hammond Collection Giganotosaurus from Jurassic World Dominion, and it's just an awesome figure. Definitely one of my favorites from the Hammond Collection. It's just such an awesome figure. And then we got the Mapusaurus right back there, Concavinator, and then we got the Carcharodontosaurus with the capture gear, the Eococaria, and I think the Neovenator is part of it as well. I have an online source that I use to kind of help group all of my species together. So if it's not entirely accurate, it is what it is. And then you saw the Tapejara down there. Then we got my hybrids, the Indominus Rex, Scorpius Rex, and the Indoraptor, at least one of them. Both of those definitely need Hammond collections. And then we got the cool Locusts down there. Really would have liked to get more of those so I can have a buttloads of them, just like the compies. But really cool to have the hybrids and the Carcharodontosaurus. Then the lower part here is mostly marine reptiles and pterosaurs. So we got the Kronosaurus, a couple of plesiosaurs like the Styxosaurus, Plesiosaurus, and Elasmosaurus. And then we got at least one of the mosasaurs back here. The only one I can fit anyway. Can't wait for that rebirth mosasaurus. And then we got the Dominion Quetzalcoatlus. Again, can't wait for the rebirth Quetzalcoatlus figure. Then we got a couple of other pterosaurs like the Thefengaka, the Sungaripterus, and the Liopleurodon. Really cool. Definitely, the pterosaurs and marine reptiles are definitely some of the harder ones to display, in my opinion. Next part here, we got a lot of vehicles. We got all the Jeeps, then a couple of the Ford Explorers right there, a couple of scooters, Owens Malta motorcycle, the Gyrosphere, a couple of containment boxes. We got the Hammond Collection Geostormbergia, the Rhamphorhynchus, and the Dimorphodon, at least one of them. And at the bottom part, we got more vehicles, the Gyrosphere Blast vehicle, the cool InGen vehicle, the Capture and Crush truck, the Dino Tracker truck, and the Lost World Mercedes. A couple of off-road ATVs back here. And then we got another Fallen Kingdom vehicle with the Submarine. Really cool vehicles. I really like those two. Definitely some of my favorites from the Fallen Kingdom line. A couple more pterosaurs, the Ornithochirus, and the Pteranodon. And then here to the side, we got the Outpost cast playset, at least just the Outpost. Haven't found room to add the fences to it. So hopefully I'll find a good spot where I can display that set so it's not just sitting on the floor. Next up, we got the next shelf. This is a brand new shelving that I put up recently towards the beginning of the year where I'm able to fit more species on there. So here we got the smaller sauropods. So we got the awesome Bajadasaurus, and then we got the Amargasaurus, the Eoraptor, since it's kind of like a really early relative, Ampelosaurus, Nigersaurus, the baby Brachiosaurus, and the baby Apatosaurus. And then we got this one right here. I totally forgot the name of it, but it's another kind of like somewhat related to sauropods or prosauropods, whatever. Then we got the Mosaurus. Then we got some ornithopods, or at least the hadrosaurs or iguanodont type animals. We got the really awesome Ouranosaurus back there, Colovosaurus, Iguanodon. And we're moving on to hadrosaurs like the Edmontosaurus. Then we got the little Parasaurolophus with Cowboy Owen, Corythosaurus, and a bunch of Parasaurolophuses. Really cool to have a whole bunch of these. We got the really cool Chaos Theory one right there. And then the new Hypsilophodon. Decided just to put that one up there just because. Then we're moving on to Abelisaurs. We got the Hammond Collection Carnotaurus, one of the coolest Hammond Collection figures in my opinion. Same with that one, the Real Feel Demon Carnotaurus. Then some other Abylosaurs like the Machikosaurus, Rugops. Then we got Cryptops, Equixnatosaurus, Scorpiovenator, Guamesia, Quilmosaurus, Rajasaurus, and Majungasaurus, and even Elaphrosaurus. This is just all based on what I've read about like dinosaur family tree and stuff online, so this may not be entirely accurate. But we got some other like Megaraptoran type animals here, or at least somewhat similar. We got the Cyats, Megaraptor, obviously Orcoraptor, and then we're moving on to Megalosaurs, like the famous Megalosaurus right back here. Then we got the Piatnitzkosaurus right there, the Zhuanhanosaurus in the back, and a bunch of Monolophosauruses. These are all the Chaos Theory ones, or at least the ones that are more canon or accurate to the franchise. Next up, we got Dromaeosaurs, a bunch of raptors. So we got one of the Atrociraptors with the really cool little tracking gear on. Really like that. Then we got the Ostroraptor back there. 2 Pyroraptors, really love those figures. A couple of humans, Robert Muldoon and JP3 Alan Grant, with the JP3 male and female raptor. We got Blue and Delta and Beta, along with Owen in his signature pose. A couple of baby hatchling raptors. Then we got the Atrociraptor squad with the really awesome Hammond Collection Atrociraptor Ghost. Then we got Soyana Santos. Then we got Ben with the rest of the Ankylosaurs. We got the Hammond Collection Ankylosaurus. Baby Bumpy right up there. Then we got some other Ankylosaurs like Sauropelta, Minmi, Stegoros. Then we have Gastonia and the Boreapelta. And always also the Jacopil. And then we got some other Allosaur like animals, at least somewhat related. We got Metricanthosaurus, Yingchuanosaurus, Hammond Collection Allosaurus, an awesome figure, and the Beckel Spinax right back there. And if you guys heard any of that, like that water noise, it's in the basement recording this, and that's just the pipes from the bathrooms upstairs. Anyways, back here we got some crocodilian, or at least somewhat relatives of crocodilians. We got the Dacosaurus on top of the Sarcosuchus. We got the Griposuchus right there, Prestosuchus, Postosuchus, Rarisuchus, I think, Poposaurus, Caprosuchus right back there. We got the Nothosaurus and the really cool Tanystropheus, kind of a rare figure now. You got the Hammond Collection Dimetrodon and the Dilophosaurus. Some other kind of non-dinosaur animals like Tringosaurus and the really cool and cute Lystrosaurus. And they got the Hammond Collection Scutosaurus right back there. Then we got some other dinosaurs here. We got Cryolophosaurus and a couple of Dilophosauruses. The Hammond Collection Ceratosaurus and another Ceratosaur, the Geniodectes. Then we got a bunch of Gallimimuses. These are all of my personal favorites. The ones with capture gear, the classic Legacy Collection one, and the Chaos Theory one back there. I just like the classic standing pose. And then lastly, we got my Pachycephalosaurus, Dracorex, and Stygimoloch. Looking forward to getting the Hammond Collection Stygimoloch. And then lastly, we'll take a look at my sauropods, my giant sauropods, at least the ones we have right now. As you can see, we have quite a few. They're definitely really big figures, take up a lot of space, but it's such a joy to have giant, accurate sized sauropods in my Jurassic Park collection, something I would have loved to have as a kid, but I'm really glad to have it as a collector. You know, we got the newer Diplodocus, Mamentosaurus, Apatosaurus, Brachiosaurus, and the massive Dreadnoughtus. And I can't wait to get the Titanosaurus. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to getting as soon as all of these new figures hit stores June 1st. So happy hunting to all of you, for those who are going to go out there and find all of these new Rebirth figures. So you can definitely stay tuned for a lot of reviews. But anyways, really great array of giant sauropods here. So next we're going to take a look at the next grouping of collectibles. Actually, no, we're still on Mattel. I forgot. Here are all of my Mattel human figures. Obviously, we saw some on the other shelves, but these are like my main groupings of all of them, and there are a lot. I'm really happy that Mattel has given us all of these different human characters. It's what makes, you know, Jurassic Park Toyline so special, because not only you have the dinosaurs and the vehicles, but you also have the human characters, which is really cool. So we got all of these, little park workers, some of the hunters back there. We got Barry and then Sarah, Dennis Nedry with the cryo can, a couple of Ian Malcolm's different versions. We got Rain Delacourt, Dennis Nedry on his cool little Skinner bike from the Evil Raiders line. I just put the little fox there just because. We got a couple other female characters right here, like Claire, Maisie, Kayla, Brooklyn, Sammy, Yaz. Then we got the kids here, Lex and Tim. And we got John Hammond, Ellie Sattler, a few Alan Grants. And then we got some Chaos Theory, Camp Cretaceous characters in the back. A bunch of Owens. This is not all of my human characters. I just put the ones that I like more up here. Then we got a couple of Baby Blue figures. The other one here to the right is like from sort of like book. I thought it was pretty accurate in terms of design, so I just thought, why not put it in there? But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for the human characters. Looking forward to seeing all the ones we get from Rebirth. Now we're going to move on to Godzilla. This is all the Godzilla stuff I have, at least some of it. We got the awesome NECA Rodan from King of the Monsters of 2019. One of my favorite monsters, but also probably my favorite designs in the Monsterverse. Then we got a cool classic Godzilla piggy bank that I actually store all my coins in. And then we got a cool little keychain of Titanosaurus, which is kind of fitting because we're getting a Titanosaurus in Jurassic World Rebirth. Then we got a cool little Lego Godzilla. A couple of pops here. We got larger pop figures. We got Kong from Kong Skull Island, and I think the very first appearance of Godzilla ever. Then up here we got a really cool figure of Shadow Mechagodzilla. At least that's what it said on the packaging it came in. Then one of the Playmates Godzillas, I had to have a place to put it because it doesn't fit my other one. Then we got a Heat Ray Godzilla Funko Pop right there. Then we got a bunch of other Jurassic Park Funko Pops. We got Dennis Nedry, John Hammond, Ian Malcolm, and Alan Grant. Then we also got Arlo from The Good Dinosaur from Pixar. Then we also have a Captives Triceratops, the only Captives figure I have right now. We got some more Jurassic Park Funko Pops. We got the Stygimoloch and the Indoraptor from Fallen Kingdom. We got some really cool, I don't really show them here, but some like Hot Wheel dinosaur looking vehicles. Got some other little collectible figures here. We got the Minecraft toy from the adult Happy Meals from McDonald's. I had to get one. And in case you're wondering, I did get like the helmet, the red helmet. Some Star Wars stuff here. I'm a really big Star Wars fan in case you guys didn't know. So just some little collectibles I've gotten here and there, like Chopper. Then we got the R2-D2 from like a Rockies game. Some other little characters up there. Then we got some more Godzilla stuff. These are all the little cutout display diorama pieces from the Playmates Godzilla Kong the New Empire line. Really cool stuff. It really makes for cool pictures. Hopefully I'll get around to doing that at some point. And we got some little vehicles that came with the monsters, like some of the Heaves from the last two movies. Then we got an Osprey helicopter, a Rock from Suko, and a submarine. A couple of 3D printed little figures I have in my collection. Really cool stuff. And then we got a couple of figures here. We got Kong with his axe and another Heat Ray Godzilla. Just the ones I can't fit on my actual shelf. Then we got a cool little picture. Oh yeah, also here forgot the little GF figure, which actually scales somewhat pretty nicely. Then we got a cool picture of Godzilla and Kong, specifically the Monsterverse versions because I like those the most. Some other Jurassic World collectibles. We got some cups. We got one from Universal Studios, the McDonald's cups, some of the more recent ones. And we got a really cool cup that I got from Walmart. Has a lot of cool Jurassic World renders on it. And then on the inside of that, we have a couple of Dairy Queen cups from the Fallen Kingdom line. We got the really cool one with the Indoraptor. I use that to store my paintbrushes, and that's pretty cool. And then we got a cool little Dundee's little display right there. Had candy in it, so I thought it'd be kind of cool. I really like The Office as well. And then we got a lot of the oh yeah, you can see the Walking Dinosaurs poster from the show back there. Really great show. And then we got the Jurassic Park cans, the Dr. Pepper cans. So as you can see, here's are all the ones that I have from Rebirth so far. I'm still missing some, but this is a pretty good range of them as of right now. A lot of cool ones: Titanosaurus, Quetzalcoatlus, Mosasaurus, one of the Spinosauruses, T-Rex, and the skull. And then we got the 4 Fallen Kingdom ones, the only ones of the cans that I have fully complete. I mean, it's easy. It only has like 4, but really like the Fallen Kingdom ones. Then we got the Dominion ones. So it would have been complete. I'm just missing Blue and Beta. But we got all these other ones, which are really cool. So I really like how Dr. Pepper has these collectible cans because I really like collecting them. Then we got some more collectibles up here. Got a Hallmark ornament of Velociraptor Blue. This is an extra. I have one that's in storage that I actually hang up on a Christmas tree. A couple of Barbasol cans because you have to have one if you're a Jurassic Park fan. A couple of Bluey figures. I do like the show Bluey. These are just some extras from my siblings. I decided just to take them just because, but you know, I like Bluey. Who doesn't? Then we got some cool raptor cap thing that came from like a juice container. Then we got a cool amber paperweight. Really like that. Again, another McDonald's adult Happy Meal. I forgot who this character is, but this is one of the ones that came out somewhat recently. Then we got some like juice cup little collectible heads. The T-Rex, Bumpy, Blue, and my favorite, the Pyroraptor, looking really cool. Then we got a couple of dinosaurs up here. We got an Imaginext, little Indominus Rex that came in like a blind bag. Then we got some other dinosaurs right here, which hold a lot of significance to me. The Brachiosaurus was a souvenir I got from the Walking with Dinosaurs Arena Spectacular, the live show that's very similar to Jurassic World: The Live Tour, but it's something that, you know, I hold really close to my heart because I really enjoyed that show. I enjoy Walking with Dinosaurs in general. I only been there twice, and that was when I was really young, so I really wish it was still around. Then we got the Triceratops from the Jurassic World Live Tour. Really great figure as well. Hopefully I'll get the other ones eventually. Then we got some other smaller little Jurassic World figures here. Really cool. And then we got my movies. This first half is all like documentaries and stuff like that. Then we're moving on to some actual feature films and shows and whatnot. Really cool stuff, especially my Blu-ray collection. We got the awesome collection of MonsterVerse movies. Can't wait for Godzilla Kong Supernova. A couple of other monster films and some funny films. And then we got obviously the really awesome Jurassic Park franchise of films. Can't wait to add Rebirth to that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for like these other, you know, collectible like objects. Not really a whole lot. Like, I guess they are toys, but you know, it is what it is. Then lastly, here is my Playmates MonsterVerse collection. Mostly contains of one of each monster for the most part. That's why a lot of the other ones were kind of on the other shelves because I just didn't have any room. Here we got Mothra. Really happy to have a Mothra from Playmates. A really gorgeous figure. Captures the look of Mothra from the MonsterVerse really nicely. And then down here we got Evolved Godzilla from Godzilla Kong: The New Empire. Probably my favorite design of the MonsterVerse Godzilla right now. And then we got the giant Skullcrawler from Godzilla vs. Kong. Then we got Kong with his Beast Glove. Really cool. Also behind Godzilla we have the Warbat, which desperately needs a new figure because this one's starting to get warped and it's just really hard for it to stand. Then we have Shimo. Really loved Shimo in the film. Then we got Scar King. Really liked him as a villain as well. Then we got Tiamat right there. Really cool. Suko. And One Eye right there. Then we got cute and chubby Doug right there. And then back behind him, we have the Drowned Viper, which is looking very cool as well. Mecha Godzilla, another cool one. And then last but not least, King Ghidorah. So really cool we have those. I'm glad I'm collecting all these Playmates figures. I really enjoy these. I'm hoping we're going to get a Rodan at some point, and I'm looking forward to getting the Frostvark whenever that one becomes available in stores. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I have for my collection, at least everything that is, you know, on shelves. So, yeah, hope you guys like my little Godzilla setup right here, and I can't wait to see it grow with all the new monsters that Playmates will continue to come out with. So everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video, for my collection video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's not everything in my collection, but mostly everything that's displayed on shelves. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one a lot. I really enjoyed making it. And stay tuned for a bunch of reviews coming up with a lot of the cool Rebirth stuff coming out this Sunday. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.